Today we are sharing 5 real estate marketing secrets that drastically changed our business. The way that we used to run our business is we spent so much time, and I mean like the majority of our time, doing every kind of prospecting, from like making tons of cold calls, door knocking, mass mailers, all the old fashioned ways, so much follow up. And then once we get our foot in the door after banging on their door for so long, you have to compete between like 5 other agents to finally just get the listing or get the client or whatever it is. And now the way our business works is Spencer still does some prospecting things every now and then, but good majority of our business comes directly to us through these marketing secrets that we're going to share today. We do not have to go out there and get them. We don't do any follow-up with these clients that we're talking about today, because by the time they come to us, they've already made up their mind that they want to work with us. And once I started implementing these things that I stumbled upon through trial and error, that's when our business just started coming through marketing that in ways that it did, like I said, it didn't come from before. So
this is 8 years in the making. I mean, Mariah got her real estate license at 18 years old. She was the youngest broker to become licensed here in the Salem office at 18. So the trial and error that she speaks about, that is so right. And I have been with her side by side to see this and witness it. And it has been really fun to see over the years.
Yes. Okay, so also before we get into it, this last one is something that I've heard a lot of people actually say to do the opposite of. So you're definitely going to want to listen until the very end. You're not going to want to miss that. So secret number 1 is being real and relatable will get you better results than being overly put together and unhuman-like. I think that in 22, the lines between professional and personal have been blurred. Like I said, the videos and the marketing that I would do when I was new in my business, it was like I thought I had to put on the most professional outfit I could find, something that was super uncomfortable to me, that just wasn't me, that I wouldn't usually wear. And I had to just have extremely professional. I had a professional like videographer doing it. Yeah. I didn't do it myself. Everything was scripted. And then the videos and marketing in general that got results for me were my iPhone. The iPhone. Editing, just raw, unprofessional, like just not that, scripted, that type of thing. Wearing whatever I would actually wear and want to wear and feel like wearing, just in my car, just very laid back. And I think that a lot of people in our industry are maybe scared because they think that they need to be like overly professional, but that's not what's getting results in 2022 anymore. It's not it anymore.
Totally.
It's not it. Maybe it was it in the 90s, but not it.
It still is too. You got to read the room. You got to read the room and the clientele that you're working with as well. But that's more face-to-face. This is the marketing side.
And even, sorry to cut you off, even like just like I feel like a lot of the videos that I put out now, and marketing, not just videos, but other forms of marketing content that I put out now, I would have thought in the past were unprofessional, or I've even had other people that
you asked me about it.
People I've collaborated with that have been like photographers, whatever, that have helped me, have told me, you can't put that out for your brand. That's unprofessional, or you know how your brand's going to look. And yes, it's one thing if you're making a listing video for a $2 million listing, then obviously you're going to need different content. But when I tried to make it all like aesthetically pleasing, that's not what got results.
It's true.
And so that's being relatable and human in 2022 is what's going to work, not being like professional.
Well, you said something that does work. Relatable. How relatable can you be?
Just being a human. Yeah.
And that's true, though.
Yeah.
I mean, people can really connect. And through a real estate sale, it sounds so weird, but that's a service that you're providing for people. I talked about it with the seller. I think we've talked about it with you guys. The different types of hats that we wear as real estate agents is pretty remarkable and unbelievable. Now you got to understand your boundaries and means with your clientele.
Yes.
But the type of hats you have is also being relatable to your client.
Yes.
And being there for them.
And at the end of the day, it just comes down to people do business with people they know, like, and trust. Things that are just real and raw, they feel like they know you. And that's one of the reasons why I think that when our clients come to us now, we don't have to sell them on working with us or do follow-up even, because they feel like they know us already because we're just real in the marketing. So
and that has been one of the nicest things, seriously, is getting on the phone calls with the clients or just conversation through text and feeling like you already know each other, it's been super valuable to our business and also more fun to work with when it comes to real estate transactions.
So much more fun. Number 2 is don't be afraid to niche down. The more specific, the better. My niche is relocation clients. So people who are relocating to our area from other parts of the country or the nation, niching down, however you say it. That could be a certain clientele. It could be downsizers, first-time buyers. It could be a certain type of home, farmland, condos downtown. It could be a certain type of person. It could really be anything, but find out who that niche or whatever it is that you want to specialize in, and then make your videos directed towards them, because I know that's another mistake that I made starting out in my marketing. All of the marketing content I made was for the general public because I didn't want anyone to not be able to find it, or I didn't want to exclude anyone from working with me. But what I found is that when you get more specific, the more people are actually going to find you. Yeah. So when I was broad, making videos for anyone and everyone who wanted to buy or sell real estate, nothing came from it. So specific, don't be afraid to niche down.
And we talk about this somewhat often, I feel like, is what are you good at? Your real estate goals. Choose 2 to 3 things in marketing that you're good at. And through marketing, you're going to promote what you're good at, whether it's acreage properties, condo living, regular residential, first-time home buyers, those type of things, because you're going to produce daily, weekly, more often than not, if you were not interested in what you're actually doing. And that's the cool thing about real estate. And that's what makes us in one of the most happiest professions you can be in. Yes. You get to be happy while working. And that's so important to me.
Yes. Number 3 is focus on SEO, search engine optimization, not vanity metrics on your social platforms that you're marketing your business on. And this, I think, goes for any business that's marketing online, not just real estate. But basically what this means, search engine optimization. The beautiful thing about if you're marketing on, because I think a lot of these can apply to anywhere that you're marketing. This is kind of just general. It's not one specific thing, but anywhere that you're marketing your business online. But with SEO, that is specific to Google or YouTube, and YouTube is the second biggest search engine next to Google. So for example, focus on things, content that is searchable, that'll come up in the search engine when the people that you want to look or work with are looking it up, because it'll live on forever. In 5 years from now, they're still going to be able to search it and find you, unlike other types of, platforms that you could be marketing your business on, where it's there and then the next day it's gone. It's not like a search engine, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is it's more important if you're talking about getting actual clients, closing actual deals from your marketing. It's more important to be creating content for your specific person. Let's just use my example, someone moving to my specific area, even though it's not something that's going to get a lot of views and likes. I think that we get confused. We think views and likes means that will give us more business.
I've been there.
But the videos, probably more often than not, or even blog posts, other types of marketing that are going to give you more views and likes are probably not the same ones that are the specific ones that are search engine, friendly. So that's what I mean. I just probably didn't explain that very well, but that's what I was trying to say.
What I took out of that is create content that's more viewable, not just now, but in the future, and not just right in here in the now. Is that kind of what I was hearing?
Yes.
Because I was learning based on what you were saying. I'm not that part of our business. That's what I let Mariah be doing. And she is fabulous, and she's always educating herself weekly on how to make our content more searchable and what type of content to put out there for our clients, which ultimately brings us money and cash flow to support our business.
Okay, so number 4 is repurpose your content. So maybe everyone doesn't want to listen to a 1 hour long podcast, which podcasts are huge for real estate and any small businesses right now to get clients from, but there's a small portion of that podcast that they're interested in. Then take that, turn it into a shorter clip and repurpose it. Repurposing your content, and that could look so many different ways. That doesn't just mean video. You can obviously do that with photos. repurposing is going to save you a lot of time.
Which what I've been noticing just through social media, which is absolutely free,
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, if you are using those platforms, is you can chop, cut, edit videos just like this one as a knowledge, as a resource, as a service for future and potential clients, and they just feed off of it, and they really rely on you as the real estate professional.
Yeah.
Because who does, for instance, us, have sound equipment? Who does have their own podcast in their home? Who's as consistent as what we're doing right now in our specific area?
Yeah.
Maybe there's someone in your area, but
Yeah.
our area right now, there's nobody doing what we're doing,
Right.
and we've been having a blast with it.
Right. And really what it does at the end of the day, even obviously it gets us clients from other areas, but also it shows people even in our area that we do know what we're talking about. It's just a way to provide expertise and provide advice, but also just to show like we are experts. We're reliable resources, if that makes sense, talking about all things real estate. And lastly, number 5. This is the one that goes against what I've heard a lot of people say, but from my personal experience, so a lot of people will say you need to be on every different platform, you need to cross promote your different social media platforms. But I really think that it's in your best interest to just stick with, like, say one, like find one that you are getting results from, you enjoy, you're good at, and then really zero in on, go all in on that. What I use my other social media accounts for, I still am on them. I have like a presence, even though I'm not on them all the time and they're not like a main source of business, if that makes sense. What I use them for is what I call a social proof, because when you get business from anyone, even if it's a cold call or you knock on someone's door or someone you know even that might want to refer you, whatever it is, they're going to Google you. And so what comes up is, let's just say your Instagram, for example, or it could be your Facebook or whatever it is, and it should have your past client reviews, what past clients are saying about you, homes that you've sold. And so that's kind of what I use the other ones for. I'm still on them. I just don't feel like the pressure to be on them all the time every day because they're not the main pillars of my business. So that's what's worked for me. Pick one, go all in on it, one that you enjoy, works well with your lifestyle, your how you get business, whatever, and then the rest have them ready for clients to be able to, have a link to your website, all of that. So
Mariah's dumping the info today, though. Seriously.
Yes.
And this is more, like we said, we are a team. We delegate jobs to each other. I'm good at something. She's good at other things. Today's show, this is the majority of what Mariah's been doing and getting results.
We come on here every week and give real estate advice and just talk about what's going on in what we're seeing in the industry, what we're doing in our business, and really whatever, answer your guys' questions, whatever we feel like talking about, all real estate related though. So if you watch this video all the way through, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, because we do come on here every week.
For real, drop us a comment. Maybe you're doing something that Mariah's not doing.
Yes.
And just because you're in a different area, it's working for you. Like I did mention earlier, we're one of the very few doing things like this in our area. What are you doing differently than any other agent to get you business?
Yes.
Because I want to use that as a resource potentially, and maybe promote it if you're willing and wanting to share that.
Yeah, what's working for you in your area? We'd love to hear about it. We love chatting with you guys in the comment section. All right, we'll see you guys next week.